All right, so this today's live thought is about how to do more than one thing in a day. Um, so, uh, and this one's probably just going to be more stream of consciousness than usual because I don't really have specific tips on it. Just talking about how it's hard to to do more than one thing a day. Obviously, we do more than one thing. Like you wake up and then you eat. That's like more than one thing technically. So what I mean by one thing is like besides taking care of uh I was gonna say besides taking care of bodily functions, but sometimes, like taking a shower, that can feel like a whole event in itself. So um but uh like more than one thing, like going to work, going to the grocery store, doing errands, getting the car fixed, etc. And then if you want to do other things like hobbies, hanging out with people, taking care of other people, like those are all like how they feel in my head is almost like they're all projects, ongoing, recurring projects that don't really end unless it's something specific like um, trying to think of a project that can end because they all still feel kind of recurring, like renewing your car insurance. I mean, it's not necessarily something you do daily. So yeah. But other than that, like things you have to do constantly and all of those projects I would count as one thing. So how to do more than one of those things in a day. So I didn't realize not everyone felt like that, like those are hard. I came across a Reddit thread in the ADHD subreddit where people were talking about that. Like they didn't realize other people didn't find doing more than one thing in a day really hard. Like if like I'm just thinking from my own experience, like if I go to the grocery store in a day, work, and then hang out with people, like that feels like a lot. That's like, whoa, I did a lot today. Um, and I remember years ago, like when I first got married, I would try to do like just like prep food for the week, go do the laundry, um, try to go work out, and then go to work, and then still try to be social. So like all of those things in one day because I was trying to pack it in because remember I talked before about my experience with time. So it's easier for me to do things if I give myself the time span of a week versus like a thing of things as a day, like daily chores. And so I was trying to cram it into one day each week because that way it felt like I had space to breathe in between each thing, like each chore I had to do. Versus if I spread it out each day, it felt like I just never got a break. Like I was just always doing chores. So that's why I was trying to cram into one day. But then I was trying to do a lot in one day. So it just felt like too much. So, like I said, this is more of a stream of consciousness, just thinking about doing more than one thing in a day. It just feels like a lot. It feels hard. Don't really have a here's how to make it easier because it still feels like too much, like a lot. So what I try instead, what I've tried to do is just to have less to do each day, or to have like one day is for this type of task, uh, and then like different days kind of themed. And so each day I would do certain things. So maybe like one day is a grocery shopping day, or and then another day is a different type of errand day. And then obviously things like work, I mean, you don't always have say over what happens. If you're remote or you work for yourself, you have a little more say, but you still have to do work. Like it still needs to get done. So, um, and that one's probably going to happen more often, like almost every day or every weekday. And so it planning the thing that must happen that day, like it's non-negotiable, and then fitting the other stuff that is kind of negotiable around it. Um, yeah. So that's the only thing I'd be able to. This is what I do right now. It's like non-negotiables, and fit the other stuff that's a little more flexible around it. And then if we can make that non-negotiable, like either a little smaller or a little more flexible, that helps too. For days that it's just you really feel like you just cannot do more than one thing. So yeah, that's kind of it. That was it for today's Day to Day Live. Thanks for watching.